Hello, how you guys doing? Welcome to Criminal Villains. I am your host Gigi. I do have Sean B here with me, and I wanted to give you guys a daily update about Tyrone Davis and Lulu. We've been looking at this case for over a month. You guys know he was brain dead on December the 27th, 2025, right after Christmas. And we've been looking for answers. So I want to start with you, Sean. Sean, have you known any updates?
I haven't. I haven't. I told you I get all my information from you.
Well, I get all my information from you guys, so we have to work as a team on this.
Yeah, we do. We do.
Yeah.
I'll try harder.
Yeah. Now I will say I did see Polo and I saw um Tyrone, Big Tyrone, they came together and they were pretty much saying that they're getting justice. They had cups, they had t-shirts, and they were just making a lot of noise for Tyrone, which was really nice to see. So I did see that going around and I want to know what do you guys think? Is there any updates right now? All right, let me know. Put it in the comment section. All right, so I'm looking here. It says only dub date is what she posted on IG today. Okay, and I can bring that up. I wonder if she's still there. Wes, I'm glad you came up here. Now, Wes,
Hey
you
y'all,
always. Hey, Wes. Now,
what's going
Wes,
on?
you always have updates for us. Please let us know what's going on out here in these streets regarding Tyrone.
Well, the latest update that I just got, well, clearly you didn't check your messenger.
I
Hold on,
didn't.
let me pull it up.
Yeah. But you know what, Wes, sometimes if I don't check, it's okay. The best thing to do is just come up here and just report it and just say, hey, you guys, this is what's going on. And we'll just talk about it.
Oh, okay. So this is who is Cunda? Cunda Davis. I think that is the cousin. Okay, that's the cousin. Well, she just put up this post and she just put out some interesting facts about Lulu's dad that I didn't even know about. Um, so I'm just gonna go ahead and read it real quick.
Go ahead. Tell us.
Okay. Kiara E. Davis, aka That Damn Lulu, have told us Tyrone Davis Jr. No, they were never married. Family, multiple different lies about what caused Tyrone, aka Dro's death. She told one of our family members that is none of our business what happened to him. Her
Hold on.
dad,
Who's saying this?
this is Kunda
No, no, no,
Davis.
no, 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 no. Who's she saying who said who? Is she talking about Renee and then she's talking about
She's talking about Lulu.
okay, so Lulu reached out to the cousin and she's saying this is what Lulu
Remember,
told her.
remember, Gabe came on there and said that when he asked Lulu what happened, she told him it was none of his damn business.
Okay, so Gabe and Lulu has talked.
Yes, I
Okay,
guess he's
and
seen her.
Gabe is the cousin of
The cousin.
Tyrone. When Tyrone cousin Gabe reached out to Lulu, she says it's none of your damn business. And she said just like that.
That's how he said it.
Wow, that sounds very odd and
It's none of your
strange.
business.
I wonder, okay, can you tell me this, Wes? It Gabe the cousin. Is that on Natasha's side or is that
Yes,
on Renee's side?
that's on the Davis side. Yes, he
Okay,
was
well
the. Let me tell you who Gabe is.
I know
Gabe
who
is
he,
the.
I don't know
Okay,
who he is, but I just
you
want
know
to
what
know
I'm
what
referencing
side.
about,
Yeah, because I heard his voice when we did the
right?
three-way call.
Yeah, that's
But
him,
I
right?
wanted to know what side of the family is because I know what side Lulu is going to shit on because whatever Lulu tells him, they're going to tell the Davison side and they don't want to tell the Davison side anything. And that is what Renee and Lulu, they have a pact together. So they're not going to tell the Davison anything. That's why it was so kind of strange when BG, when she was speaking out and she was like, she wanted to talk to Cece, to talk to Natasha. And that's so weird because it's like, Lulu, just call Natasha, girl. Everybody knows how to get in contact with her. But why are you doing this performance? It was so strange.
Clearly, Lulu
Um,
hasn't called. anyone since this has happened. She hasn't spoken to anyone besides when she called the
Renee.
cousin that, yeah, and Renee. She's never talked to Big Tyrone yet to this day.
Mm. But did they say did they block her?
I don't think nobody blocked her. I never heard anything
Okay.
about her being
People in the
blocked.
comment section, did they block her? Press
I
one if
highly doubt
Tyrone.
that.
I'm still gonna ask. If did Tyrone block her? Press one. If he didn't, press seven. Um. Okay, so people are saying we're waiting on the autopsy, and that would make sense because the autopsy is going to tell a more story. Wouldn't you say, Wes?
Yeah, because that's what we're waiting for. The toxicologist, however you say it, all that to find out how much alcohol he has consumed because she's alleging that he was intoxicated, which I'm not disputing that they weren't drinking, but I don't think he was that drunk to the point that
They were both drinking, but damn, they drink every single day. Shit. I mean, it's Saturday. It's around 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock. They just get up
it
drinking.
was early.
They some drinking ass people. They just stay drunk, honey. Whew. All right, keep going. I'm sorry.
Okay, so she said she told one of our family members that it's none of our business what happened to him. Her dad is a former military sergeant, and her ex boyfriend is a detective. We are seeking justice for Tyrone Jr. Kiara has plenty motive, and we as a family is seeking answers and justice. At Gainesville Police Department, they take them, has failed Tyrone's case from the beginning. So, in fact, having his name wrong on the police report, etc. So, they had his name wrong on the police report. Never knew that.
Well, according to the cousin that you're saying, and what's the name of this cousin again?
Cunda.
Cunda. All right. So this is what we're reading here. This is Mrs. West. She's reading Tyrone's cousin message. And she is pretty much, is it a she, right?
Yes,
Okay, she is pretty much telling a story of her conversation with Lulu or her attempts.
this is her. I guess it's just her statement. But this is the cousin that I believe that Lulu first called, and she told her that I'm gonna call her back, call you back. Remember, she had said that this is
Girl, there's
the
so
cousin.
much stuff. It's hard for
Yeah,
me to
but she be
remember
with
anything.
Natasha doing the lives. But yeah, I was just trying to
You
give
talking
you a
about
full.
Natalie?
You know what? You're right. It is too many of them. I don't know who this one is.
Okay, because I remember Natalie, Lulu, she came out with the message and she said that she had talked to Natalie because she put Natalie out on air. So I do know she did talk to Natalie according to what Lulu said.
Well, I don't. Okay, Natalie is tagging this post also,
Okay, they
so this is
said
someone else.
Cudna is Joe's sister on T1 side. So
Oh, so that's
T1,
Tyrone's daughter, Big Tyrone's daughter.
okay, they said T1, that's, I guess the senior, Tyrone
Yes.
Senior.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you, lovely. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Okay.
All
Yeah,
right.
it
And
is a lot of.
all right, Lulu Rud again. Do you guys want me to go over to Lulu Instagram and just pull it up? You guys press seven if you guys want me to do that. And I need you guys to do me a favor. Make sure you guys like this video. Let's get the likes up if you guys want us to continue to put this name in the YouTube algorithm. Please like this video. We need your support to keep on moving. All right. We really do. There are reports and new reports that's coming out every day that is competing with Tyrone's name. So if you want this story alive, it's up to you. All I can do is bring you the platform, but I need you guys to push it. I need you guys to share our lives, share our videos. You guys have platforms on Facebook, Instagram, X, whatever you can. Share, share, share. All right. So more people can be included in, more people can be aware because there's so many people that don't know his story. So it's up to you guys to inform everybody about Tyrone's story. Get people involved in the conversation. Um, if you guys are calling Gainesville, great, but I know a lot of you guys are not calling Gainesville, but you can share this video and get people more involved in Tyrone. All right. So, what I'm going to do is continue to talk, Wes. I'm going to bring up Lulu Instagram. I'm pulling it up
Oh, okay.
now.
So she just was basically saying, we are seeking justice for Tyrone Jr. Kiara has plenty of motive, and we are a family is seeking answer and justice. At Gainesville Police Department has failed Tyrone case from the beginning. So in fact, having his name wrong on the police report, etc. Tyrone was a loving, caring individual. He was a man of integrity. He has two children that he leaves behind with many questions about their dad's passing. Kiara doesn't care about, excuse me, y'all, doesn't care about his children though. Tyrone was loved and showed so many loved. Please help us with getting the justice for Tyrone. And then it got tagging at Stepdaddy Dro and then everybody else.
Mm. All right. So this is a post. Now, is it a more recent post than this? Let me know. Press 2 if it's a more recent post than this. This was 3 hours ago. Is this a more recent post than this, or is this the post that you guys are
This is
talking
the
about?
one. Yeah, this is the one.
Okay, it's not another post. All right, let's get these likes up. I just want to say I cannot stand that picture. I think it's just doing too much.
Girl.
So I just covered up a little bit. I just think it's just doing too much for me. Yeah, let's get these likes up. You guys can do better on the likes. Let me look at the likes. How's it liking? All right. So you know what stood out to me when you read that, Wes? Let's get the likes up. What stood out to me is when the cousin or the sister said that Lulu has a lot to gain.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right? Is that what the
She
message
said
said?
she had motive.
Motive.
Mm-hmm.
What was the motive?
I don't know.
What do you
She they
think was the motive?
I'm thinking the money, but today they said stretch out thinking about the money because that was never really confirmed. So I don't know.
They said, how is the damn name wrong on the police report? Because remember, they said they got the wallet, right? And I'm assuming his name was on the wallet, was inside, right?
This is my first time hearing that they had his name wrong on the police report.
Got it. Okay, well, Sean, how could that be? How could they have his wallet? I'm assuming his ID is inside his wallet, and they have a wrong name on the police report.
Well, first you have to ask yourself who said they had the wallet.
The guy, the witness, he said it was the wallet was there. We all seen that video, right?
Right. A wallet was there. Does that mean it was Dro's?
I would assume it's the man's wallet. I'm assuming it's his is right there with him with the $15 and the piece in
But
the
then,
wing.
so then that would make the hospital negligent, then, right? For putting the wrong name. I mean, it would make law enforcement negligent for. That's the report y'all talking about, right? The police report.
Well, that's according to the sister said it was wrong. Now, according to lady right here, she said they had his name right on the 911 call.
They said his name in the 911 call?
This is what
No.
lady is saying. I'm just repeating.
Nobody said a name in the 911 call. They didn't say a name. You can go back and play the 911 call. Now y'all doing too much. There was no name said in the 911 call. It said pedestrian. It says sedan. It was descriptive. There was no name said in the 911 call. Now the police report, perhaps.
Rob
The
Robin
medical
said
record.
Robin said yes, they did say his name in 911.
Okay, go back and play it, Gigi.
Okay, I don't know. I would need to know that video because I don't know. I didn't keep his 911 there because
Okay, I'm
I
gonna
don't
go.
have the 911 phone call, so I can't say yes or no.
I'm gonna go back and find it.
They
Why,
said the
darling?
dispatcher said it. Okay, and this is coming
Who
from
told the
multiple people.
who told the dispatch his name?
All right.
It was
So Shine want to know who told the dispatcher's name. I'm assuming they have his wallet, so they're looking through. I'm not. I don't know.
I'm Sean B,
Then,
not Nancy Grace.
then how he
Um,
became a John Doe?
exactly. Who told the dispatch his name? Who did
Well,
that?
Natasha said the reason why he became a John Doe because they saw him, he was discovered left there, brain dead, and they do it to protect victims. That's what
Oh,
Natasha, you don't remember when Natasha said that? Do you guys remember when they were all holding the signs and the nurse and her husband was there and he was talking about the wallet being there and he was like, well, I don't know why they would have him a John Doe because his wallet was there. And she said, well, and the nurse said
yes,
sometimes they would do it to
yes,
protect the victim. So you do remember West, right?
yes, yes,
So
Okay.
so
yes.
All
check
right.
this
You
out,
remember.
Gigi. If they thought it was an accident, what's there to protect? But I understand where you're going with what Auntie Tasha said, right? But
But who
number one,
I didn't say the police thought it was an accident.
but isn't
Who
there?
thought it was an accident?
Well, that's what everybody. That's what his mother was saying. That's what Lulu was saying in the beginning. It was an accident. It was an accident. So my point is, scratch that. Like I didn't just act like I didn't even say that. Back to the 911 call. No one gave his name. There were how many different descriptions given to the dispatcher during these 911 calls? No name was ever given. Now in the hospital, I understand what Auntie Natasha is saying for the reason why he was classified the way that he was. But that would only mean after the hospital looked at his wounds, they said, this is not a car accident. Change his name. You see what I'm saying? So, and I don't have to give my profession in order for me to know what I'm talking about. Y'all could either take it or leave it at this point. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. They changed his name for a reason, but when he first went in there, nobody knew that there was a reason to classify him that way. It was simply a man laying in the middle of the road with a head injury. That's all it was. Now, after he was examined, perhaps then his classification changed and therefore his name for safety reasons. But initially, no, ma'am. That's now maybe that's how Gainesville do it, but that ain't how normal hospitals do that. It's just not. Take it or leave it.
All right, Cece donated $10. Thank you, Cece. You're so sweet. Love you so much, Cece. Been waiting all day for you to give us update, Gigi. Keep speaking and spreading the word for justice. Like the video, everyone. This deserves national attention. Cece, as long as I have supporters like you, I will get there. I thank you so much, Cece. I really do. Miss West, if you don't mind, could you read this message from Lulu?
Yes. Let me pull it
Thank
up.
you.
It's been 41 days without you. Some days are a little easier than others, but most days it feel like I can barely breathe. You are the center of my world. And now that you're gone, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. None of this feels real. It feels like I'm trapped in a dream I can't wake up from, just existing, not living. I have pictures, videos, and enough memories of us to last this lifetime and the next. By Tyrone, all I want and need is you. I miss and love you so fucking much, my king. Mm.
All right. Let me see here. We have Peach. How you doing, Peach?
Alrighty and stuff. I just wanted to go back to the the 911 call and the dispatcher call, it wasn't stated in the 911 call, but when the 911 call got to the dispatcher, I guess they had the wallet during transport and the name was said through the dispatcher. Then the dispatcher got a hold to the hospital intake and letting them know we do have a victim on the way. And they wanted to get a supervisor or a manager or somebody that could handle the situation due to the severity of it. That was discussed with the dispatcher. It's multiple calls that was released, but the dispatcher did say Tyrone Davis. But then they also got on the phone with intake as well, letting them know, hey, we do have a victim on the way. And then from there, that person will automatically get labeled as a John Doe or a Jane Doe, because in Florida, if your trauma, whether it's blunt force trauma, gunshot wound, or whatever, they will give you an alias, and then from there, your family is the only one that will know what alias name they put you under, and then they'll be able to take you up there to see that person.
Thank you so much, Peach. So we just got finished reading that damn Lulu message. Did you get a chance to read the message, Peach?
No, I did not,
Okay. Um,
but I'm gonna step
so
down.
okay, I wanted to get your opinion on the message,
Okay,
Peach.
sorry, sorry.
Okay, so Peach, if you can just take the time to read it. Wes, what do you make of this?
Lulu being Lulu, the Lulu show. What do you mean? I just want to say this one little part right here. What did she say? Some days are a little easier than others. What? Some days are easier than others. Justice still have not been served. We still don't know what happened to him. What do you mean?
So
Days should be getting harder.
do you think that she's taunting you, Wes? Do you think she's purposely taunting people?
I think she is. I really think she is. And now that this upcoming information about her father is some ex-military sergeant or something like, wow, what's really going on?
Well, can you tell us about that? We some of us never heard about that.
I'm just hearing about it too, just now. Kunda.
What did you hear?
I just read the letter that Kunda wrote on her page, stating that basically that she felt like she has help. She said that in so many words because she said that her father is an ex-military sergeant, and then she had this ex-detective boyfriend. I haven't heard anything else about the detective boyfriend since the first time Natasha said something about it. I thought that was just something just that was just thrown out there. So they bringing that back up again today, and I'm just trying to figure out why haven't that really been discussed? Who is the ex-boyfriend? Is the detective somewhere? Do he work in Gainesville Police Department?
Not sure. Sean, the message Lulu put up there, what do you take from it?
Um, I gotta come back to it, Gigi. I'm listening to this 911 call.
Okay.
All right.
Um, Peach, are you, oh, Peach left. All right. So I was gonna go to, but I'm gonna go back here. I'm gonna go back here. I'm gonna put this up back here. So I want to know in the comment section, what do you guys make of it? I'll tell you what I make of it. After y'all get finished liking this video, can we get the likes up? You guys can do better than that. Let's get the likes up, y'all. Let's get the likes up. So I feel like she's taunting everybody. She knows everybody is going to be watching. She knows very sensitive. She knows very hot. And I think she's doing this on purpose to piss you all off. And if I was her, I would just stay low. I just wouldn't say shit. I'd probably delete my whole Facebook, Instagram. Y'all probably thought I was very suspect, but I wouldn't want to deal with none of it. But she by her doing this, I think she's really taunting y'all. Press 1 if you guys feel like she's taunting y'all. Press 7 if you feel like she's not. So Pete, did you get a chance to see it?
Yes, I read it. I don't think that she's taunting. I just think that she believes her own lies. It's delusion, right?
So Peach, why come up here and do this and you know what people feel about you?
Well, obviously she don't care. She believe her own lies.
But why not care? Why won't you be sensitive? Even if I didn't murder nobody, but if y'all think I murdered somebody, I'm not going in that damn room.
Right, which I understand. I just think that is she's disassociated from her how can I say it, her emotions or reality. She's just disassociated. She actually believed that it was an accident. She didn't do no harm, no foul, no play. And she's rolling with that. She's not gonna stop rolling with it until she's sitting in that courtroom in front of that judge and that jury and they're reading her off for filth. That's when it's gonna seek in like, dang, you know?
But that to me, that she just makes herself looks more guilty
Correct.
because you don't know how to read the room. So when you was bashing him upside the head, she didn't know how to read the room there. She didn't know when is enough. You know, by her throwing him out on the streets and keep going, she didn't see nothing wrong with that either. She didn't know when is enough enough. She does not know how to read the room.
Correct. And I think they're gonna try the temporary insanity, like she blacked out, crime of passion.
Now how they gonna do that when she's
But it won't
been
stick. It won't stick. I'm just saying, like defense,
I
they
mean,
could
she
use
can
that.
do it. Yeah, she can do it. I don't care what she does.
Yeah.
But I'm talking to you. Like, how could she do that when she's telling BC or BG, her friend, that she hit him?
I don't know, man. I can't think like a manic. Like I feel like she's really in a manic episode. I can't think like that. I have no idea. I that part right there. I have. That's why I just say she believed her lies. Like, and then maybe she blacked out. Maybe she don't remember. And then the only thing that she could think of was, oh, it was an accident. You know, oops. But it's not a oops. He's no longer coming back. It's so serious.
Hmm. Do you think that, my goodness, how can I say it? Do you think by her getting on video, it will show us more of who she is? Do you think by her getting on video and actually talking that it will expose her?
She exposing herself by just putting up these crazy messages.
Got it.
So
Would
she,
you guys in the comment section press 4 if you guys think that if she gets on video and she talks about this, it will expose her, just like you may see Jason, and a lot of you guys didn't believe Jason. Peaches, what's keep going on with you? Why you keep dropping down?
It keeps kicking me out. Every time I say certain things on your live, it'll kick me out and I have to like come back in.
Wow. All right.
Yeah,
So, same question about the video. If she got on video to confess or to talk about this, do you think that we will see right through her like people saw through Jason?
correct. Because there wouldn't be no emotion like it was on the scene. She would never do that. She'll just put out the heartfelt messages and then tug on people's heartstrings, and then she'll never go on camera. That I know that she'll never go on camera. You you can't hide body language. That's something that is just prevalent. Like you can't. There's no way to fake it. Like if you really don't care, if you don't have no emotion, and I understand people grieve different, shock and all that stuff, but you should be distraught. You should be justice for Joe. You should be, hey, what happened to him? But all these love letters to him is just sickening. It's just you're romanticizing a relationship that you really didn't care for in the public eye just to get sympathy, just to sway people. So when it is time to go to court, people just feel sorry for you or they just feel like it's an accident when it really wasn't. It's just a play. It's all just a play. It's a finesse.
Oh, well, this is a message that Wes was reading to you guys earlier. Is this it, Wes?
yes.
All right. So this is it, you guys. If you guys wanted to know. Now, do you guys want me to go through her Facebook to find out more of who this person is? All right. Now, they have told me this is the sister, his
Yes.
sister, Cutna, and she claps back.
Gigi, while you look for that, can I speak?
Go ahead.
Okay, so um Peach was correct that his name was spoken once he got to the hospital, and they were searching for someone to call, um to to let them know that it was definitely his demise, so to speak, because I can't say it the way they said it. But that was when his name was said. They said Davis, and then they said Tyrone. But that wasn't the 911 call. That was the hospital speaking to the dispatch, because police, law enforcement, whatever, was still on the scene, and all the codes started changing. It started here, and then it was that code, and then it changed to a different kind of code, and then once he was on the ambulance, it went to another kind of code, and it was changing hands, and they were trying to figure out who was going to write the report, who was looking for this, and who said that, and all that kind of stuff. So Peach was correct. His name was said once he got to the hospital. They were trying to figure out how can they contact family for, the next of kin, because this is not just a pedestrian. Because at first it was a male laying in the middle of the road. Then it was a male pedestrian hit by a vehicle. Then it was a male fell out of a vehicle, and then it was we need to contact somebody next of kin, um, because this is going to be a demise and unaliving, not unaliving, but he out of here, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? So then that's when they said yes, it's Davis Tyrone. But by then, like I said, it was the hospital talking to dispatch. It was not 911, meaning civilians calling 911. It,
Correct.
so that's
Correct,
all.
Rashawn. That's
Okay.
right. Correct. Yes.
Okay, so
That's how
going
that
back to
happened.
our initial question, how we even got there was, I guess the sisters said they got his name wrong. The hospital got his name wrong. Someone said, how could that be when the ditch batch or whatever know his name and it was a wallet there?
Right? I clearly heard them say Davis Tyrone. So what
So
she mean
from
by they got it wrong, I don't know.
all
Maybe
right.
the spelling.
I don't know.
Or
Maybe somebody
maybe
Russian.
she doesn't know what she's talking about. Maybe she's doing a lot of hearsay.
Yeah.
How about that?
Because initially, things were said by Natasha that wasn't accurate. When we talked to the witness, it was more accurate. So,
Yeah. I just
um,
wanted to clear that up. That's all.
all right. So people say they want me to look into this person. All right. This is their Facebook. I'm assuming this is who the sister you say, Wes. Who is this girl?
Yeah, the sister. That's Mr. Tyrone's daughter.
All right. All right. So these are the pictures you guys wanted. You guys wanted to know who is this speaking. All right. Is this our first time hearing her talk?
She goes by the hair guru on Instagram. I'll follow her.
Got it. But this is the first time we hear her talk about Tyrone.
No, I
Not
think she
not
was
on
at the
Instagram.
house.
On Instagram, she's very active about this on Instagram.
Okay. So should
I
we,
don't
should
I
we,
don't follow her Facebook, but I know her Instagram is
all right.
DA.
Hold on. Give me a second. Let me get there. So let me remove that. All right. I'm going to her Instagram. So while I'm looking for or getting on Instagram, Wes, when she spoke out, what did you take from her speech today?
I felt like they just fed up with everything. So now every time they just coming out with a little more information. Like that was my first time hearing anything about what the father did. I didn't know that he was an ex-military sergeant. Um, so I just felt like they just like tired and they just need for that Lulu to just tell what's going on. Like,
Oh, so you felt like she just said something to tell the world that her father is ex-military?
yeah. And then she also brought the detective back up. I only heard the detective being brought up the first time from Auntie Natasha, and then it was just silence, nothing else about him. So then she brought him back up today, because
Are they
everything they
telling?
say ain't
Are
one
they
up to
telling
enough.
Gaines? Are they telling Gainesville
Mm-hmm.
police
Yes, they
today?
did. Yes, they did. They tagged Gainesville police in it. They did.
Well, you think Gainesville gonna read it?
Somebody probably read it.
They get tagged in so much.
Yeah,
You
but
you would
okay,
think they
someone.
have an investigator, our own private investigator, or a detective on the case, right? That they
I
can
don't know
call.
how Gainesville work, but a lot of police department have people that specifically just be on Facebook and social media and just get stuff off like that.
Wow.
I don't know how
When
Gainesville
I
do
when
their
I had
business.
a car accident or whatever, I had a person I would just go to or call.
You'll just go to call for what?
I call like if I wanted any updates or any information, you know.
That's an adjuster for a car accident.
No, he wasn't a jester because he came out to make a report.
Oh, okay. Oh, that was the detective or investigator that was assigned to your car accident.
Right. So who's assigned to that accident or
I
that
thought it
case?
was in the post, detective. I thought it was in the post on the screenshot on that
But they
on
said
the.
that he
Sorry,
wasn't. I'm sorry. Yeah, but they said that he's not answering nobody questions but the mom. The mom said
because
she
she's
don't want to
probably the
talk.
next of kin, so she do have authority like that.
So
You
they
know.
do have a detective on the damn case.
Yeah,
So
it's on
y'all
that
gotta go.
picture.
Y'all have to go to Renee.
But his father has just as much authority. His
Why
father
would
has
you?
just as much.
What?
Correct, but I think that being her ties with Lulu, their ties with the
Mm-mm.
police and all that stuff, a
Yeah,
lot
it
of
seems like
stuff
she
is
has
like,
more authority.
yeah, because she's low key on Lulu's side. So I'm for to pull those strings, me just trying to think like them. I'm gonna pull those strings and X everybody out, and then everything has to go through me.
Yeah, it's very clear that Renee is authority. That's
Renee may think that she has the authority. All I'm saying is, legally speaking, if Dro Sr. calls and says, I'm Tyrone Davis Sr., that's my son. In order for a child to exist, y'all may have spoken to his mother, but I'm his father, and he has just as much authority. And if there's a detective in Gainesville that is being biased, that is saying, yes, ma'am, I'll only talk to you, then he or she is not doing their job. And Tyrone Sr. needs to march his big self up in there and make them understand that he knows that that's what's happening. Otherwise, stop believing that that Renee is in charge of something. I just don't believe that. Number one, we'd have to believe that Gainesville gives a damn about the 22% of black people in that community. That's number one. Let's get over that hurdle. And then number two, we'd have to actually see that the detective, well, we've heard that Auntie Natasha said that nobody is calling the witnesses back. That does not mean it's because Renee has authority, because she don't. Let's be clear. She do not have authority over his father. They both do equally. It could simply mean that the detective is not giving a damn. Many people that live in that area has told us that. Like Gainesville, y'all are really going to have to put the boots on the ground because Gainesville is not going to give a damn. Many people
Sean,
that live there have said
Sean,
that.
if
Yes,
you
ma'am.
was the detective and Renee was to come to you and tell you that she don't want you talking to nobody else about this case, about her son, wouldn't that make you feel a little bit suspicious?
Yes, it would, which would make me go even harder, is what I'm saying. Yes,
But that's
it
if you're
would.
on the right side of the fight. That's what I
What?
was saying. It's
Well,
some
the
crookedness
fight
going
for the
on.
detective,
Mm.
the only fight for the detective is supposed to be justice.
Right.
not picking sides, right? The detective is supposed to be, it's like a triangle, and he's at the top. And the mother on one side, unfortunately, it should be mother and father on one side, and who did it is on the other side. But that's simply not what's happening here. It's not the dynamic of this situation. But the detective is supposed to be standing alone, not on the side of anyone but justice. That's it.
Oh, wait a
And if
minute.
someone were to come to me and say, yo, only talk to me, yeah, I'm suspicious as hell, and I'm looking at you even harder for telling me that.
Oh, wait a minute, Sean. The chat said that they heard that the dad is not on the birth certificate.
And there
Oh, that makes a world of a difference.
it
No, that's
says
what I was saying.
whoever you place as next of kin on your license on Florida.
What?
What?
No, I'm in Broward County. I'm where they from. That is not true. Any parent, like Miss Shawn said, any parent can call a detective and find out any information. That is not true. But if that parent is not listed, that changes everything because
Hold
now they
on.
have to validate.
Right. And
Wait a
then you
minute.
know what he can do? He could take the obituary and he could take his driver's license. Because
Period.
if he's listed in the obituary as the father, because many young girls don't put the baby daddies on the birth certificate. There used to be a time when if the father didn't sign it, his name wasn't put on there. You see what I'm saying? That's how it used to be. I don't know if it's still like that, but that I know that's how it used to be. But anyway, all Tyrone Sr. has to do is grab that obituary that has his name in it, listed as the father, and his driver's license, and walk in Gainesville and say, that's my son. What's going on? That's all
Are
he
we
has to do.
are we too late for a DNA?
Oh, God.
No, it's never too late because
No,
of the samples from the autopsy and stuff. It's never too late. They can cross
I,
examine. They
I'm
can
just
get
saying.
the father's DNA and then make a cross reference to Tyrone's DNA,
children.
and it would be a
And his
match.
children. And
And
his
the
Just
children.
children,
in case we
exactly,
have to go that route, if
Just
needed.
in
correct,
case.
correct.
Just in
Absolutely. It
case.
would
It's
prove that
never too
he's their
late.
grandfather. It would prove that he's their grandfather.
Correct.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well,
Yep.
that'll be good for him. Mm, mm, mm.
All right.
And
Baby
someone said,
Carlos.
how was Rena in charge of Joe's funeral? Because she was up there first, and then she started making plans first. So they just let her ride. They, as in the Davis family.
No, he was never left out the obituary. His name was there.
His pictures of him with Dro, and then the pictures of his other siblings was left out. That's what was left out. But he's in the obituary, the father.
Yeah, his name was there. Um, all right, so you wanted me to go to the sister Instagram, you say, Peach? What's the name of the Instagram again?
DA
DA
underscore
underscore
hair
hair
underscore
underscore
guru.
GURU.
RU, yeah.
I can't stand the name Guru.
She does great hair though.
Oh no, I'm
She
just
does,
talking about that
yeah.
name Guru.
she
Guru.
she does
Guru.
great hair.
All right, so this is her
Yeah,
page.
that's her.
Am I right? All right. All right, so I'm looking for some videos to see if we can catch her on some videos talking. Do we have any videos of her talking? Or
No,
just
she's never actually talked. She just posts.
oh.
But Thank you. We called 911. By the way, I heard a report there was a homeless person who saw something. I was standing here. I didn't see anybody. So I just wanted to mention that. We kind of thought that was a robbery.
So what happened to that homeless person? Are we just gonna leave that homeless person alone? Couldn't that homeless person talk to the police or something?
Yeah, but will he be credible, he or she?
Um, would anybody be credible if that's the case? I
That's
don't
true.
know. I don't know how that will work with no identification though. I don't know how they do, but I'm sure. Well, I all look. I'm not in the streets, but I look at TV, and the police definitely be getting information from the homeless people.
Something like that. So we were trying to be super careful, wondering if there was anybody around. And we didn't see anybody. I told the guy that had pulled over that had the flashers on, I told him, I said, call 911 right now.
Yeah, no, I said, have you called 911 yet? He said, no. I said, call right now.
And guess what?
So,
he reached out to me.
Good.
And he said that he was grunting when he walked over to him. As he pulled over, he saw paper in the road, so he slowed down. Then he saw a body. He said he thought it was a homeless person in the street, but he got out his car and realized the paper was money, not paper. And that's when he said he picked the money up to put it back in his wallet.
Okay, well, there you go.
So at the end of the day, he said you pulled up. But he said when he walked over to him, he was just grunting and moving.
We got out right after he did some.
Yeah, so right there. Yes, very little time.
What I want you to
Would
check
you
out.
say 15 minutes?
I know exactly where he was, but what do you want me to
What I want you to check out is find out when 911 got the call and find out when the ambulance left because she arrived about 2 minutes before the ambulance did. So
before the ambulance?
The ambulance was already here and she showed up. And the thing that I thought about is I don't know if she was driving or someone else was driving. And she alleged she was driving. I'm going to say this. I have a lot of first responders in my family. I've been in a lot of these situations. When someone has a loved one that's on the street like that, you come up and you're like, oh my God, what happened? Is he okay? I was up at the gas station. I was waiting for him. I sure hope that's why I wanted to talk to you guys. She showed up to give her story to make sure it was set straight. It was not like, where is he? Is he okay? Are we in there with him? It was nothing. I was nothing like that. There was no concern on her at all. And I told that to the police at the moment. And
yes, and here's the thing. January 6th, Gainesville, I'm targeting just y'all. I talked to this guy, he reached out to me right after it happened. I had 400 and something messages in my inbox going live. Something say on January 6th, check your messages. And the guy said I was the first one on the scene, and they joined me. They say the nurse was not my wife or my girlfriend. They came in another car afterwards. I said, let me ask you a question. Did you talk to the police? He said, I gave them my number. I gave the detectives and the police on the scene, and they never called to this day. They told the Davis family, we've been reaching out to him, but we couldn't get an answer. They also said that they wanted answers.
This is my cousin daddy, y'all.
She said, "My cousin, daddy."
Mm. Yeah, I heard that.
So who is this? I thought you said it was her sister. The sister.
That's Rose's cousin. Yeah.
So the
They think
girl, the
so.
hair guru, is who?
Oh, wait a minute. This is not Cunda.
This is Conda. She said that's my cousin father. That's why I'm asking who is she? Because
Well,
I
they
thought you
said she
guys
was the
said that was a
sister.
sister. We're saying
Someone
that's
in
my
the chat
cousin.
said that was the sister, but she's on the Davis side. I just don't know if she's the cousin or what. But I've
Uh,
seen her in Natasha's live before.
so the status is unrevealed because I don't know.
I just know she over on that side for sure.
All right. So Queen, how you doing, Miss Queen?
Hello, good evening, everyone. Well,
Your phone is going in
yeah.
and out
Can you hear me now?
a little bit better. Talk to me. What are your thoughts?
Okay,
What's
I'm
going
not going to
on?
be on here too quick. I just want to respond to the clip with the witnesses speaking. Can y'all hear me clear a little bit better?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought when I don't like to call him like the witness, the man, he said when they was coming down, they thought that Tyrone was a homeless guy. I don't honestly think, personally, my opinion, there was never a homeless guy. That's what he said. He said they thought that, it was a homeless guy, maybe out on that road. And that's what I think everybody possibly maybe getting it mixed up because he clearly just said that.
Well, okay, so I think this is what they're talking about. Weeks before, Natasha came out and she said she actually talked to a homeless guy. And she said the homeless guy witnessed Tyrone getting out of car, stumbling and falling.
Okay. 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 Let's play devil advocate. Okay. If it was a homeless guy, and I live in Washington, I live in DC, and it's a lot of them. I mean, we all around homeless people. Homeless people, it's either one or the other. Either they scared they gonna speak or they not gonna speak. Or and half of the time when they speak, it's because of course it's money behind it. So either somebody paid them out, or like I said, it don't, like, if that homeless man was out there, he obviously be out there more than just that day. Why is it so hard, or where is this homeless man at
Oh,
now?
hell no. Now they're going to say Natasha, Nina Johnson. Now, Nina Johnson and Natasha, they work together. You know, they're very close. So they're going to say Nina Johnson said tonight it was a homeless woman. I know you lying.
See,
I know you lying because she said
it's
she talked to a homeless
something.
man.
Did they
Gigi,
say
Somebody,
homeless man or homeless person?
see, Gigi, that's what I'm saying. They keep saying homeless, and that's what I'm saying. It just getting tricky with this homeless person. They all over the place talking about
so
this homeless person.
if
Did
okay, if
they
it's a
ever say
homeless,
homeless
I could
man
have
or
swore a
homeless
homeless
person?
man.
They said
You
homeless
gonna have to go
man.
back and look at it. I could
They
have swore
said
a
man.
homeless man. Everybody was talking about a man. But if they know it's a woman, then are they talking to a woman?
My thing is, where is this person? What, like, there's no
Right.
way. Like, where is this homeless person? And all this recording, all these clips, and all of this. Why the witness didn't even record them? Like, what is going on? Like,
Yeah,
where
that's
is
what
the
I was
receipt?
thinking too. I would definitely
It's too
record
much
that
these
statement.
days. I would have recorded. That just make sense. That, like, you had time to see the phone. Y'all had time to see the $15 laying on the floor, the ground. Y'all had time to look at what car colors, the burgundy car. Y'all seen a homeless person. Why? What? Why? Where's the receipts? Like, somebody would have pulled. They found out somebody. That's a highway, first of all, and it just makes no sense to me. That's a highway, a known busy highway. There's all these cameras out here. Where is the camera footages? I believe there's. It definitely. We know it's deeper than that, and when y'all see where I'm going with that right there. But yeah, but that homeless person just don't sit right with me. And how they talk about this homeless person. Where is the homeless person? Where's the clip at?
I don't know about you, Queen, but I would have been tracked that fucking homeless person down.
That's
Honey,
what
I
I'm
would have
saying.
came up with a whole buffet of snacks, all
And guess
homeless
what,
people.
Gigi, you so
Hold
right.
on,
Guess
Queen,
what?
let me finish, girl. Damn.
I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Okay, I would have came up with a truck. Don't you know how them rappers come out giving out them damn turkeys and
Yup.
all them homeless? I would have had all of them, honey. What
Come
did
on,
y'all
Gigi.
see
You
on
are right.
on Saturday? I would have passed. I want to know. I'm getting everybody. Okay, all the
It,
homeless people in that area, and I
hmm,
would have probably did that for 2 or 3 days to make
I
sure
understand. It's
no
never that
leak
hard.
is unturned. But I would have been did this, passing out sandwiches and shit. You know they're gonna come for
Something.
food. You know they're
Or
gonna come for food.
yeah. And that's what I'm like, why I'm saying the things I'm saying. There's so many ways that you can run back into this particular homeless guy. Or when now we hearing a woman. Now we hearing all these things. It's a million things you can do to still see, or running back into that homeless person. It's not hard. He's obviously somewhere, or she now is in that area. If they was there. But I just, me personally, my opinion, that's all I'm saying. I just been feeling like, I don't know. I'm not sitting on this homeless. I just don't, because I just don't feel like it's that hard to go track, or nobody didn't get nothing of this homeless person and don't know nothing. Any, like, I just don't get it.
All right. They said I
But
gotta
that's
give
all I
them.
wanted to say.
They gotta give them cooked food. They don't have nowhere to cook. Oh, I'm thinking this in New York. Sorry. All right. So
Baby,
it
it's
is in
churches.
Florida. I know it's Florida. I just thought, but well, maybe I give. What do y'all eat in Florida? Pineapples, coconuts. I don't know.
Homeless
Um.
eat anything. They hungry.
Okay. Well, some
If they
sandwiches.
hungry, they're
Subway.
gonna eat anything.
Yeah,
Right,
Subway.
anything.
Yeah, get a sandwich.
Money. You could have gave them a
Subway.
little bag of self care
No,
thing
I'm
with a
not
little
giving
money
them
in the
no
bag.
money because they can do drugs. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna give them a
That's
snack. And
true,
some,
but
yeah, I'm not gonna support your drug habits.
that's true. I mean, but It's something like it's you can wheel in a homeless person in so many different ways. That's all I'm saying. This should not be this difficult.
Mm.
And no homeless man, either they gonna speak or they not gonna speak. Why? Because just like us, if they scared, they don't know what if they seen something really that dramatic, you know what I mean? And somebody told them on that scene, don't you say nothing. You don't say what you know what I'm saying? If it depending on how the homeless people all different forms, and some of them don't care, some of them do, some of them talk for whatever reason, some of them might talk and tell you a lie. But who's to say really if it was a real homeless person out there? I just don't. Something about that just don't sit right with me.
All
Because if
right.
I go look for homeless people, I've been seeing for 20 years around me since I was a child. If I spin a block right now and I'm over about to be 40 and they still in the same spot, and then I can go and tell you how many spaces or how many places they might be still at. They are there. And if I walk up to them and I got some questions, they're going to either say, I don't want to talk about it. They're going to walk away or something. They're going to still be in the same spots if they feel comfortable there, if they've been there long enough.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to leave it there, you ladies.
If they felt cozy enough.
I'm just going to leave it there.
Maybe Lulu detective got to his ass. I don't know. Or
That,
him or
that,
her. I don't know if it's a him or
that's why
her.
I was saying, whoever was
Uh,
on the scene, if you're talking to a homeless person, that's a homeless person. They can get under them. If it were, that's either one or too many ways that's going to go with a homeless person.
Did y'all see that somebody said in the chat that the detective's name is Stephen Dose?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
They
Or
that
got a
was
Dose?
on
name?
the flyer
Oh,
from
wow.
Cunda.
Yeah, Stephen Dose or Dose. Dose.
Nope, I ain't never heard her name. But I did. Can I take it back a little bit? Didn't they say Lulu knew a supposedly whoever is she's affiliated with or was affiliated with a officer or some type of whoever behind them type of things like that?
they were
This
Yeah.
trying
cousin.
to go ahead.
No, go ahead, Gigi.
No, I was just saying they were trying to allude. They wanted to push out here that Lulu ex-boyfriend was an officer. That's what Natasha said. She was
Mm,
pushing that agenda.
mm. And do we think? I just think. I mean, we gotta make it make sense. Where's the cameras that was on the highway? Why is it certain things that just ain't making sense? Ain't coming together. It just don't. There's no cameras out there. There
Okay,
wasn't not
Shine.
one.
What were you gonna say, Shine?
No, I was just oh shoot, I done forgot what we was talking about.
But there are cameras out there. They're not gonna release that footage
Oh,
right now before trial.
No,
the
that's true.
detective. I was
But it's
just gonna
some.
say that the cousin just said that she did used to date a detective in what Wes just read
Okay.
earlier.
All right.
Now,
Let me see if I can post. No, that's the girl.
okay. Now, if they are saying that, can I make a little light on that before I forget what I'm gonna say?
Go ahead, girl.
Okay. So even if she was to say she did have a friend, regardless how long years or whatever, they exes or whatever, who's to say you don't have to be together or exes to be beefing or have bad blood between each other? They could have still been cool. You feel me? If that's the case, if we going down that route or looking that way, who's to say he ain't? He's not a cover up for a lot of stuff. I just think something like that is involved as well.
So
'Cause
all the stuff they putting out here, are they sending it to the police?
I'm sure
absolutely.
they are, but like y'all said it earlier, every police department has their own social media department. They have people that scope out all social medias, all time of the day, every day, all day.
Got it. Well, listen here. I'm about to be up on my time on this channel. I was going about that hour. I try to hit the hour mark. So if you guys want to join me to continue this conversation about Tyrone Davis and Lulu, I really would appreciate it. I'm going to be going to Deep New or News, where we can talk more about it. I put the link in the chat. I just saw some messages, I guess, from a blogger. And when I go here, it says I'm writing from an anonymous shit. I'm
Oh
God
yeah, I read
damn.
that mess.
This is too much.
It
And
was
That's a lot.
terrible. Did that
I
come from
don't got
Nina Page?
I don't
Yeah, I
got a
read
good
that.
feeling about this. Is this good or
What is
Girl,
that
I can
coming
sum it up
from?
for you real quick.
well,
Base.
let's save it for the next live
Okay.
because
All right.
it looks funky. It
Okay.
looks funky.
All
All
right.
right. So we'll just give your opinions about it on the next live. I appreciate you guys. Feel
Okay,
free
see
to
you over
come up
there,
here.
CJ.
All right. See you guys over there. I'm going to put the link up. Make sure you guys like over here. Make sure you guys subscribe to this YouTube channel, The Criminal Villains, and make sure you guys share the live stream. It's very helpful. Okay. And I'll see you guys at the Deep New Or News, and I'm putting the link at the bottom. I see Sean, West, and Peach. I see you guys over there. All right. Bye.